The brakes don't work.
What do you mean brakes?
The brakes don't work!
Can we borrow your phone?
Hello, Prudential?
Prudential? You need car insurance.
We have a piece of the rock for our car, too.
Prudential automobile insurance. One call and Prudential starts working for you.
Thanks, Prudential.
Next time, call before you drop in.
For automobile insurance,
Get a piece of the rock.
Prudential Insurance.
Does your underwear fit right? Even when the world's uptight, Hanes underwear fits right.
Hanes makes you feel good all under. Hanes makes you feel good.
At the waistband in the collar, Hanes won't shrink up like the dollar. Legs and arms have room to fight, and the price is always right.
Hanes makes you feel good all under. Hanes makes you feel good.
Guess what, Mama? Working late again. My poor career girl. Calling back home is cheaper than aspirin, and you make me feel better.
Hi, Lobster Shack.
I'm calling long distance.
We ship everywhere.
It arrived, but it's alive. What do I do?
Can you boil water?
The guy says, I can't hear you. I got a banana in my ear.
That terrible long-distance joke is costing you a fortune.
No, it's after 5 o'clock.
Oh, did you hear the one about the bald-headed parrot?
Do you like my apartment?
Oh, yes.
I like my
It's
apartment.
beautiful.
I like
Just,
the couch. You like
oh,
the
and
couch?
the couch is
I
lovely.
enjoy having you here very much. Enjoy having you here in my apartment.
Thank you.
I like very much having girls like you in my apartment.
Girls like me?
Well, no, I mean you especially. You know.
Oh,
Listen, I'd like to get to know you better. I really would.
Oh, I would.
There was something I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, will you look at that painting?
Yes, the painting, right?
Where did
The
you
one-
get that?
Where did I get the painting?
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous painting.
You can take electricity for granted, but we can't, because we always wonder, where would you be without it?
Very interesting, yes.
So when unavoidable power failures occur, we really have to get busy, coordinating the efforts of dozens of skilled people fixing the problem, and we don't relax until we know you've got your power back. South Carolina Electric and Gas Company. We try to make life easier.
Not your fault.
Yeah, I think it should be a simple dinner party for 12 people, 6 couples, so as much as we would want here. Yeah, right. Yeah, let Arnold bring the steaks and the hors d'oeuvres, and Emily makes a wonderful Roquefort cheese dressing for the salad. Right.
If you did without everything that's gone up in cost for the past 10 years, you'd still have your telephone and possibly some poultry.
Dress is optional.
This morning? Yes.
No, I sent you the check. Yes, I know I owe you the money, but I sent you the check. Right. Thank you for writing. Charlie! Hey, great! Coming to town. All right, soon, right. Okay, Charlie. I told you never to write me here.
For getting the point across, nothing quite
Yes,
does it
Mama.
like the human voice.
Yes, Mama, right.
That's why it's nice that long distance costs so little.
Always right. That's the
You
way-
can use it often.
All right, Mama. Yes,
So use it often.
Yes, Mama.
So little.
Always right. That's the
You
way-
can use it often.
All right, Mama. Yes.
So use it often.
Yes, Mama.
Buy new furniture with Bank AmeriCard, the credit card for everything.
Some of our competitors never put more than this much meat in their spaghetti sauce. At Ronzoni, we never put less than this much meat in our spaghetti sauce. We don't make as good a profit, but we make a better sauce. To thicken their spaghetti sauce, most of our competitors add syrup or starch to the tomato paste. To thicken Ronzoni, we add plum tomatoes to the tomato paste. We don't make as good a profit, but we make a better sauce.
Most anyone who has seen the musical Evita will tell you that it seems as if the show has a cast of hundreds. I thought so, but that's due in part to one man who is kind of a cast all by himself, plays 10 roles, and our Hollywood correspondent Gary Franklin has more right now.
David Gold, actor, doing what he does 6 nights each week, preparing to go on stage in the hit musical Evita. You say you've seen Evita, but don't remember David Gold? You should. He's on stage almost throughout the entire show.
Okay, how many roles do you play in this thing?
I actually played 10 different parts, 10 different characters all through the show.
Now you're one of the crowd.
Now I'm one of the crowd, yeah.
Funeral scene?
That, for the first funeral scene, right? This is the poor people's descamisado costume.
David Gold, his job is to be one of the crowd, and he's in this crowd somewhere. He played in the choruses of Oliver, Sweet Charity, and Lorelei, but never with the large number of costume changes, 17, count them, 17, required by Evita.
Dangerous Jake.
Gold, that's him on the end with the cigarette holder, plays an aristocrat, a poor person, Evita's assistant, and various dignitaries, and that's nightly for the past 15 months. Right now, he's running down the hall so he can become a policeman.
You get paid by the character?
No, no. You get a basic salary to be in the chorus of a musical comedy.
What runs through your mind right now when you're doing this?
Well, what runs through my mind is if I can get all these costumes on without admitting to myself I might have gained weight last week. Everything's with Velcro, see? You don't have no buttons in the theater business.
I would be good for you too.
But this is all child's play for Gold. In Act 2, the costume changes come more quickly. At one point, he has only 6 seconds to get from one character to another. How does he do it?
This is the last costume I have in the act. There's one costume under, then there's this costume on top of that, that's 2. And then on top of that, we put a dignitary's costume next. This is what I meant before.
It must be very warm at this point.
Well, I try not to think about it, you see. Then we have that, and then stashed away is this handkerchief. This is the fine point, you see. Must be folded up this way, squashed all the way down so it doesn't fall out because I put this coat on again 2/3 of the act later. Must have the handkerchief to do, that's the way it goes. In terms of costumes on top of costumes.
Okay.
The smell of the crowd, the roar, the grease paint, the hectic activity of David Gold. This man hardly ever stops during the evening, but because he has no major role, he's paid close to minimum. One thing we learned, buttons are hardly ever used on those costumes, just those Velcro devices, you know, with the thousands of little nylon hooks. Zip, you're out of the costume. Zip, you're in a new one. Zip.
I was impressed by all that, Gary, until I heard that you had a report on the 4:30 news, and on the 5 o'clock news, you got another report coming up on the 6 o'clock news. Right. Zip, and he's into another story. Thank you.